All right. Well, welcome, guys, to our June 17th Team Huddle. Oh, my goodness. Did you not just, just feel Georgie's passion on the Nation Zoom? I mean, the gratitude that was in her heart, the gratitude for Arbonne, for Group Roger, and then for us, her nation. Because, the reason she got to go on this trip was because of all of us. I mean, it was because of her, because she stayed. Number one, because she said yes in the beginning. Number two, because she stayed for 20 plus years. And number three, because this nation, this group of women, we're exploding. We're on fire. And that is why she got to go on this trip. I mean, she said, I don't know if you caught it, but she said, she says, I did not do a lot of work to get here. I personally didn't do a lot of the work. It was all of us that got her there. And so what that tells you, tells me, tells us, one person can change your business. One person. And so that one person for Georgie's Nation was Amy Chappell. Amy Chappell changed the whole geography of Georgie's Nation. That was one person, and that was not even one person that Georgie sponsored. This person, Amy, was so far down in her success line. It was Georgie sponsored Meredith. Meredith sponsored Jules. Jules sponsored Amy. Amy then sponsored a nation. And that is what, including all the other regions, Meredith's regions, Eleanor's region, and our region, that is what got her this trip. So what I want you to wrap your mind around, because this is what blows me away every time I think about Georgie going on this trip, is that Georgie, was an average earning MVP to sometimes below average earning, talking with earnings and the number of dollars, okay? So either average or below average earning MVP for years. So think about yourself. As a consultant, district manager, area manager, are you an average earning, or are you a little bit below average? Because we give out those average numbers, what your paycheck. So where are you? Are you average, a little bit below average? And think about one person that you don't even have to sponsor can put you to nation and beyond into the nation trips. That one person. So why in the world would you not work your business? Why in the world would you not consistently keep showing up and keep asking and keep painting the picture and know that it can happen for you if you keep working your business? So that's what, what I see. And then the passion about Group Roger being our new parent company. I mean, like I've told you guys before so many times, is that it's different now than it was 10 years ago when I started Arbonne, 5 years ago when I was a struggling area. It is so different now. And you all know, you're the ones, you guys who went to GTC, the guys, you're listening to the YouTubes, to the SoundClouds, the people who are joining now, the momentum, the quickness in which you can get to district, area, region, and nation is unreal. I mean, you can go to nation in a year's time, in less than a year's time, if you decide that. And so what does it take for you to get to nation? Talking to people, inviting them to join your team, inviting them to try the Arbonne products, and asking for referrals, and doing that a lot. Just sharing your heart about Arbonne a lot. That is, what we do. That's just what we do. I mean, that's what we do. We share, and we have so many tools in which we can share the Arbonne business with. So now I want to get to what I wanted to cover tonight. That was just kind of a little bit of what I took away from Georgie, besides Europe, France, Paris being so amazing. So, we are doing the 3 closes each month, so we can keep that momentum going, so we don't wait until the last week of the month before we get ourselves in gear and start trying to reach our goals. And so we just passed the June 15th close. And so now it's time, or the 17th, it's time to reevaluate your goals. Look to see how close are you and what do you need to do to reach your goal by the 23rd, because that's going to be our second close. I was going to say, somebody it sounds like they're not muted. Hold on a second. Let me make sure we have everybody muted, just so the recording sounds good. All right. So we're closing the month 3 times. So we've already hit the 15th. Evaluate your goals, and now decide what it's going to take for you to reach your goal by the 23rd. Okay, by the 23rd. And so what you want to do between now and the 23rd is you want to follow up all those people that you couldn't get close by the 15th, and you want to ask as many people, more people, get an ask out, ask to try product, ask to join your business, the ask, and how many asks is it going to take for you to reach your goal by the end of the month. So get those asks in between now and the 23rd. So follow up everybody you didn't close and get your new ask in. Ask for somebody to host for you, ask people to meet you one-on-one, ask them to try the product, ask them to join your business. This is just what we do. All right, so we're working really diligently, really hard on our second close on the 23rd. All right, so I wanted to spend just a few quick minutes on going over the book that we're reading, Get Over Your Damn Self. I hope everybody has this book. We covered the intro in chapter 1 last week. I want to skip chapter 2. I know I want you to read it in order, but we're not going to talk about chapter 2 tonight. We're going to talk about chapter 3, and because it kind of goes along with what I want to close out with today. So chapter 3, the highlights really of chapter 3, it really talked about your 100 name list. You've got to have a list of people to work with. You've got to know who you need to contact every single day. And thanks to Kelly, thank you so much for posting that Donna Johnson SoundCloud. I so appreciate it. She also did post a 100-person list. If you don't already have one, you need to start one, because your whole business starts here. You've got to know who you're going to ask. And so I'm going to, I'll post all of these documents on our team region Facebook page, so you can download them and print them off. But so Getting Over Your Damn Self, chapter 3, she talked about you have to have a 100 name list. And then in that 100 name list, you need at least 30 of those people that you want on your dream team, 30 people that you want to join your business, that you're going to ask to join your business. And then part of that 100 name list, you're going to put people on that list who are on your chicken list, people that you are scared to ask, because what's the reason we're most often scared to ask? Because we're afraid of what people will think. Oh, she's doing that little business. She's got that little side gig, blah, 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 blah. That's all of the trash that's in our head. Because if you look at Georgie, you look at all the people who went on this MVP trip, this is not some little business. If we work this business consistently, we can reach the top, and where the top, the income is $20,000 per month. That is not, and that's the average, that is not some little business. You are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company when you reach the MVP level. And so if you act like now you're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, ask those people on your chicken list to join your business, because remember, you don't know who that one person who joins you is will change the look of your business, who all that they will bring to the business, who all that they will ask to join their business. You just don't know. So those people who you're scared to ask, put your brave on, get out on that skinny branch, and just ask them to take a peek. There is no harm in asking them to take a peek. And as we read through Getting Over Your Damn Self, she gives you some really good examples of how to ask someone to take a peek. if you're new on here and you're not really sure, we're not going to cover that exactly. Get with your sponsor, get with your upline, or get with me, and I will give you some concrete things to do, to send them some videos, some verbiage, to ask people to take a look. If they say yes, what you need to do next. Or if you have the book, you can just skim right over and find out, you know, what she tells you to do, because everything she says in this book is exactly how you're going to build your Arbonne business. All right. And then, I wanted to ask, is there anybody on here tonight who read chapter 3 who has a few ahas or anything that they want to share? Go ahead and unmute yourself and share if there's anything that I didn't cover or you want to share a takeaway. Yeah, go ahead, Sherry. I'll unmute you. Okay. Oh.
Hi. Oops. Oh, no, there we go. Good. Hi, everyone. So let's see if I thought somebody else would raise their hand before me, but the biggest thing was so yeah, the chicken list, all that stuff, but I'm sorry, right here, promise yourself. Yeah, so promise yourself you will take all those names, scribble on the backs of envelopes or in random notepads, and then you have to follow up with them and transfer it to a master list and add to your list every day. Make new friends every day, you know, and then she gives suggestions about that. But keep falling in love. I think this is a big deal. Keep falling in love with what you're doing. So, because when you're in love with it, it shows in the passion. You know, I did an event on Saturday and I was having so much fun and I was so in love with what I was doing and I was so in love with the people around me loving it too, that it came really natural to just like throw out my Arbonne business. It just was like, oh my gosh, you know, it was so much easier. So I just know that the love and the passion, you have to fall in love with what you're doing instead of, you know, making it so fearful, so scary and frightening and stuff like that. And of course she gave all the suggestions of where to do that. Yeah, so the longest list in the world isn't going to do you any good if you don't reach out to the people on it. And so that's my takeaway. It's like, I have a bazillion lists, but you know, I'm 4 years into the business and there are still people like on the chicken list that I have not called. So obviously I have some catching up to do. So that's the main thing. I don't know if that made sense, but.
No, that's great, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you. Does anybody else have anything they want to share?
I will.
Okay, Brenda, thank you.
You know, I'm big on scripts, and I think I heard something the other day about when you're in your business long enough, no matter what you do, what profession you're in, it takes you a while to hone your business skills. And so I'm always big on scripts, and I went back and reread some of her scripts, and they're just wonderful. And so tomorrow I'm going to a leads group, a new one. I have to kind of tell what I did. So I took some of her scripts and I took some of mine, and this is what I'm going to say when they ask me what I do. I'm the CEO of a multi-million-dollar health and wellness company. I teach people how to have a fun, healthy lifestyle, create financial freedom, and change others' lives. You should take a look at what I do. You could build a side biz that would allow for economic impact, fill vacation funds, get your skin healthy, and get paid for buying your own products. This business might not be a fit, but it's probably worth taking a look at for you or someone you know. And if you've got skin, you need our products. Let's exchange contact info and see how we can help each other. Bam! I'm ready.
Excellent.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go get them, Brenda. Absolutely.
So, I mean, this book, for you new people, it's just, I mean, I reread it and it's like, this is it. This is it. It's awesome. I'm big on it.
I mean, she describes our business, breaks it down, and tells it like it is. I mean, you can use it as your blueprint to build your successful Arbonne business. Absolutely. Does anybody else have something to share? Go ahead, Sherry.
I forgot. Sorry. The number one, and it's right on the top of my page, was one of her number one chicken listers ended up like recruiting herself in this chapter. It was somebody she worked for and left the business, and then she called, she ended up calling Romy for a referral. Well, she wanted her to do some work for her, right?
Yeah.
For the company. And she said, oh, I don't do that anymore. And then she just threw off what Brenda just kind of said about, I got this new thing I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And that lady was so curious. She went on Facebook and started looking at what she was doing. And she called her and said, I think I'd love to get together. Here's the reason why I think I should do this. So she ended up recruiting herself. And she ended up changing her life because she ended up being one of Romy's top people.
Yes.
So that's what I really wanted to make a point about, is that all these people that I'm afraid to call, it's could be one of those.
Yep. Absolutely. It just takes one person to change the whole geography of what your business looks like. I mean, just one person. And so why wouldn't you just continue to ask everybody you know? I mean, what does it matter? It doesn't matter what their answer is, whether it's yes, no, or you're crazy. I mean, they're not paying our bills. They're not, their opinion of us, other people's opinion of us really doesn't matter, because it'd be different if we were doing something, slimy or sleazy, but we're building amazing businesses in which we're not only changing our lives, but more importantly, we're changing other people's lives. We're creating a life of significance. Not just a life of success, a business, where we succeed. We're creating our life of purpose, our life of significance, because we're helping change so many other people's lives through these products and through this business opportunity. I mean, we all, because we are part of Arbonne, we all live a healthy lifestyle. Therefore, our families live a healthy lifestyle. And therefore, the people that they know, the friends that they're around, will know about the healthy lifestyle. It's that ripple effect. And so this is an amazing life of significance and purpose. And there is no reason in the world that we should not share it. So we need to get out there and contact everybody on that 100-person list. And then the one thing that Sherry brought up is that we need to add new names to that list every single day. We all come in contact with new people every day, either in person or on social media. Write those people's names down on your 100-person list. And when it's time for you to reach out, you have a name that you can contact. You don't have to go, well, who can I contact today? Because you have a list of people, and the list is continually growing. Your list is a living, breathing document. All right. So that leads me into the next thing I wanted to talk about. And again, thank you, Kelly, so much for, posting the Donna Johnson call and the document, because this daily method for success is the best thing that I've seen come across in a long time. I need simple. I need simple, and I need one-page simple. And so I would love it if everyone on our team, and then now everyone that joins our team, we teach that this is your DMO, your daily method of operation. And when I say daily, it doesn't mean you're doing this 7 days a week. It doesn't even mean you're doing it 5 days a week. You determine how consistent, how many days you work in your business. For me, because I want to be an MVP, I do my business at least 5 days a week. I will do this sheet at least 5 days a week. And if I'm on a roll, I may even do it 6 days a week. It may take me an hour to do this sheet every day if I do this 5 days a week. So you may not have an hour, like one block of an hour, but you can take 15, 20-minute increments or 10-minute increments and do this sheet. This is what we do in Arbonne. So, and again, I'm going to load this on our region Facebook page. So what do we do? It says the first thing, 20 minutes of personal development. So reading a book or an audio. Well, right now we're reading Getting Over Our Damn Self. So if you're going to work your business 3 days a week, then 3 days a week you spend 20 minutes doing your personal development, which is reading this book. And it has a checkbox. Girls, I love checkboxes. How good does it feel to complete something and be able to check it off and say, okay, I've done that. All right, so the second thing on the list is your gratitude list. What are 5 things that you're grateful for? And if you're reading personal development every single day, one of the things that all the great leaders tell you is that to be successful, you just really have to have a grateful heart. You have to know those things that you are grateful for every day. And even though we aspire, we're looking to climb that ladder of success, there are so many things that we have already to be grateful for that we need to know what those are so that we don't get clouded or jaded in climbing the ladder. Okay, so grateful every day. And I know many of us do our Bible studies every day or do our readings every morning. And so while you're doing that, and I'm sure you already do, but write on this sheet the 5 things that you are grateful for. All right, the next thing is 3 new asks. And so I talk about the ask every single time we're on here because that is what we do. We ask people. So you're asking people to join your business. You're asking people to host an event or come to an event. You're asking them to try a gold bag, which is the RE9, or you're asking them to join the 30 Days to Healthy Living. That's what we ask. Okay, those are the asks. And so 3 new asks every time you decide you're going to work your business. If you're going to do it 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days a week, or 7 days a week, 3 ask. And remember, the more often you ask, the more ahead you're going to move your business. And so when you've done your 3 asks, there's 3 boxes over here. You check off those 3 boxes. All right. And remember, we're going to continue to do the 40 faces because our nation does the 40 faces, and we do lots of incentives with the 40 faces. So when you do an ask, be sure you write their name down on your 40 faces list because, every month, if you're not aware, I ask who all completed their 40 faces because, there is different types of jewelry. Sometimes there's Louis Vuitton. Sometimes there's, what am I trying to say? The blue box. I just lost it. Anyway,
Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. There's all kinds of great things when you do, your 40 faces consistently. So when you do your 3 asks, be sure you put their names on your 40 faces list. All right. Then the next thing on the list is 3 follow-ups from your ask. Because remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. If you do an ask and you never get an answer, well, you're really pretty much wasting your breath, right? If you do an ask, you have to follow up. You have to, find out, are they going to join the 30 Days to Healthy Living? Will they host the event for you? Will they join the business? Will they take a look at the video? Will they come to a Discover Arbonne? So follow up on your ask. And if you're just starting your business, you may not have a follow-up yet, okay? But once you start asking, then you're going to have the follow-ups, all right? Then the next thing is 3 client or preferred client follow-ups. Is it time for them to renew? Do they have rewards? How do they like their product? And you can easily use Arbonne's CRM, the customer relations mechanism that we have in there. That has all of your follow-ups listed right there. And there, if you don't know how to use the Arbonne CRM, there's a tutorial on the source, or actually I think it's on the main page still when you open up your website on how to use the CRM. And you can get email notifications or text message notifications every single day that lists all the follow-ups that you need to do based on who has ordered from you or who has preferred client rewards and that kind of stuff. All right, so then 3 follow-ups for your current clients, and then the next one is three team member connections. So if you don't have your team, then reach out to Arbonne Sisters, to 3 different Arbonne Sisters, to get into the habit of reaching out to other people, okay? So every day or every time you work your business, 3 team member connections, whether they're your team or they're your Arbonne sisters. The next one is 3 relationship building asks. These are non-Arbonne. You're not asking them to take a look or any of the asks that we do. You're reaching out to past contacts to form a relationship. So, you know, make a comment on their Facebook post, send them a private message, you know, send them a happy birthday, you know, just talk about, make comments, or just, you know, send them a text message, ask them how they're doing, or different things, you know, just keep that connection going so that at some point later when you want to reach out about Arbonne, you have built that relationship with them. The next one is make a social media post, and this should be about the Arbonne lifestyle that you're living, okay? Don't get out there and try to sell too many products on Arbonne, too many Arbonne products on social media, because people will start to, you know, scroll past your social media post. Just post pictures of you living the Arbonne lifestyle. When I was on the beach, you know, I did an Arbonne lifestyle post, you know, which was just me with my Arbonne t-shirt on the beach. I mean, you know, just anything like that. You know, you're drinking a fizz stick, or you're using one of the products or something like that. Every day a social media post. Then every day review your goals. You know, what is it you're working towards, and do you have enough activity on your calendar? Do you have enough ask out there to reach that goal? So review your goals. And then the last thing, plan your next 3 priorities for the next day. And so you're looking at your goals. So what you did today, or what you did the last time you worked your Arbonne business, what do you need to do the next time you work your Arbonne business to reach your goal? What are your top priorities? And so if you fill the sheet out, and I did this when I was on vacation, and it took me an hour just to complete this sheet, you know, when I worked on it consistently. But you can break it up, you know, into as many components as you need to in a day. But if you do these things every day, or every day that you work your business, that you're going to set aside time to work your Arbonne business, this is consistency. And what we know is that working your Arbonne business consistently will move your Arbonne business forward, which means you will promote through the levels of the company, and you will reach that level, that income that you desire, okay? So this is going to be our new daily method of operation. So I'll put it on there so everybody can print it off. So I'm going to also print off the 100 name list, the daily method of our success, daily method for success. I'll go ahead and re-put on the Facebook page the 40 faces, so you can print those 3 off. Now, Donna Johnson also had the Arbonne tracker. To me, this is too many pages with our 40 faces, because it's basically what our 40 faces. But if you prefer this, because it's a little bit more detailed, if you prefer this than the 40 faces, it lists 30 names, and you know, you'll hear on a lot of the recordings, the SoundClouds and YouTubes, they're saying between 30 and 40 new people every month. So if you do this, you can write additional ones if you get up to 40 on the back. So I will put this up there for you too, but I am not going to do this because I do my 40 faces, and this is what I'm used to, but I'll kind of let you guys choose on that. All right. So I want us to adopt this daily method for success, start using it tomorrow, and then every day that you're going to work your Arbonne business, fill it out and get to where you're consistently doing the things that you need to do to build your business. All right, so that's it pretty much for the training. I did want to open it up before I close. Does anybody have any wins that they want to share that they had this week or this month? Does anybody have any wins that they'd like to share with the team?
I wanted to make a comment about something first.
Oh, please do, Renee.
So this form that we were just talking about, I think what I'm going to do with mine is laminate it and then just use one of those things you can wipe off every day.
Oh.
I wanted to take a picture of it at the end of the day so you remember like what you did the previous day, and just continually take pictures or something. But I think that would be so convenient instead of printing off a bunch of papers. print the one, laminate it, and you can use one of those, wipeable markers to check the boxes and stuff.
Excellent. Excellent, Renee. Excellent. And we don't cut down as many trees.
Thank you.
She's
and
all Arbonne. She's all Arbonne there, conserving the resources.
And since I'm talking, Brenda, my bangs are all pinned up on my head. Yeah, she just asked me, where's your bangs? And also I had this fabulous trip this weekend where I was like in the mountains and doing all this running and all these really great fun things. I don't know if anybody saw my post, but so my win is I had like 7 other girls in my cabin. One of them already has a consultant and is using Arbonne, and she totally loves it. So as I was talking about it to the other people, she was like kind of backing me up saying, yes, this is so great. I use it all the time and blah, blah, blah. And the girl that asked me to go on this trip, Lisa, she's at one of my PCs. So she was also confirming everything that I was saying. So it was really, very, very helpful. And I did pass out a lot of samples, and I passed out my business cards and talked to a lot of people about it. And of course I had all my Arbonne t-shirts and all my water bottles and all that stuff. So it was a great trip, not only personally, but definitely professionally as well.
Fantastic.
So that was my win for the weekend. Now let's see if I can get any QV out of it. I don't know, but hopefully.
Follow up. That's the key. Absolutely. It looked so fun, Renee. I mean, next year you need to invite all of us to come.
Yeah.
You.
Yes, totally. Oh my God, it is so fun. They do it twice a year. And actually, the next one's in September. They always have it June and September. But the guy who runs the camp said he's planning on opening several more around the country. And I think one was in Colorado, one was in Maine, one was in Asheville, and things like that. So as he's opening them, it would be great to have them around the country. But it's a great place to get together as a group.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a fun team?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Arbonne retreat.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good. All right, Renee, we're gonna count on you to pick one out, maybe a new one that he's running, and we could, that's kind of like central, and we can all go.
Okay.
All right, very good. Does anybody else have anything they want to share? Go ahead, Sherry. No.
But if there's one in Colorado, you can come and stay with me. So that might make it easy. So I know everyone's really tired, but I had a huge win just for me personally, like validating what I already knew so much, but I don't think I've ever had it work so well. So the morning that I did this tri-sprint on Saturday, I have a piece of paper and I put it on my vision board. And I wrote all kinds of things on it, enjoy life, smile, be grateful, I'm blessed, blah, 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 all these great things, fun, stuff, enjoy the day, be calm, remain this way, all these great things, right? And then, but at the top I said goals that I need to achieve today in this event. And I put time to beat and what I was going to do. And it was such a far stretch goal, you guys. It was way not something that I thought I could do, but I did it, I put it up there anyhow. And I put my timer on my watch in this particular case and didn't time anything, but just from start to finish so I could see where I was. And so more than halfway through, I thought, oh my gosh, I can do this. And I practically killed myself, but I did. I cut, I did I did exactly what was on that piece of paper.
Wow.
And so it just tells you that write it down. It totally can happen. I mean, this was definitely, I cut off 9 minutes. That's not normal. But it was in my mind. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I have to do that totally with my Arbonne business more. I do, but it's just, it really works, guys. Write it down. It's so powerful, the mind.
Absolutely, Sherry.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your try. I mean,
oh, thanks. It was super fun. That's the whole thing. Renee was saying, how fun. Oh my gosh, Renee, that looks so amazing.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Sherry. And absolutely write your goals down, because just as Georgie was talking about, and Amy, you have to visualize it. You have to see it for your mind to know that you can get there. So if you don't write it down, you don't see it. And so your mind doesn't think you can do it. So whatever your goal is for your Arbonne business and in life, write them down so that your mind knows that that is where you're going, so that there will be a path that way. So absolutely. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to share?
I do.
Okay, Angel.
This morning I was doing, I get chills thinking about this, because this morning as I was doing my devotional, and it was in Habakkuk, and I'm gonna read it to you. So hang on one second. Habakkuk, I don't have my readers on, but it says, "Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation, make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointment time, and it speaks of the end, and it will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come, and it will not delay." And so I just tell you that it is biblical for us to write these goals down, and it will come to pass, friends. It will come to pass because the Lord has placed it on our hearts for us to move forward with Arbonne. And not because Arbonne is special, but we know it is, but because we have been called and because we have been asked for such a time as this. And so I tell you that we must write it down, and we must look at it daily, because it will come to pass. Because it's not by coincidence that we're having this conversation.
And that, it gives me chills to think the same thing. It's full circle. It's all right there for us to see, to take a hold of, to believe, to know that we are where we're supposed to be. And so how, significant it is, so that I'm just going to move right into my close. And Angel, thank you so much for sharing. It's so amazing how it just clicks, that one builds upon the other. And so, in closing, as I was reading while I was on my beach vacation, there was a couple of things that really spoke to me, a couple of the quotes in the book, and says, don't be afraid of change. If you do what you've always done, you will be what you've always been. So our why, your personal why you want to build an Arbonne business, your why is going to require you to change. You cannot stay the same. So that means we have all got to get out on that skinny branch to make these changes happen, because if we stay in our comfort zone, we are not going to change. And when I talk about getting out of our comfort zone, really that just means asking people to take a look at this opportunity, asking people to try these products, to let people know that we are the CEOs of a multi-million-dollar health and wellness company, and that we want to share it with them, because it's such an amazing opportunity for anybody who takes a hold of it. And then the last thing I want to say is that success is not a destination. We put out all these goals that we want to get here, we want to get there, but success is not the destination. Success is the journey. And you will hear so many people who've been in Arbonne for years, they'll say, it's the journey that changed me. It's not the success. It's not reaching the MVP level that changed me, that made me who I am. It's the journey. It's what I had to go through, what I had to do to get there. That is what changes you, the journey. And the journey is so amazing. And it's so amazing because of all you guys, all the people that you're going to meet, all the different people that will touch your lives today and in years to come. The people you've not even met yet, who are going to have a huge impact on you personally and on your business. So the journey is all about leading a life of significance. Because like I say, every time we're on here, we are changing lives. We're not only changing our own lives, and I know each and every one of your lives has been changed by these products because your health is so much better. Your family's health has changed. And then the people that you have met along the way in this business have also changed your life because they have opened your eyes, opened your heart to things you have never thought that you could accomplish or succeed at. We're all, in this, on this journey together. So it's a journey of significance. It's a journey of being that pebble thrown into the pond and creating the waves that our lives will help change other people's lives. So it's not just about people buying product. It's about us helping other people change their lives so that they can in turn change people's lives. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you. And thanks so much, everybody, for being on so late tonight. I know I told my husband, I'll be in there about 9 o'clock. Well, that didn't happen. But anyway, I think we had a great, great meeting tonight. Thank you all for sharing. Sharing your heart, sharing your knowledge, sharing everything that you love about Arbonne. I love all of you guys. And I'll see you guys next Monday night. And I know, Brenda, we're all meeting, but we're still going to do the Zoom at 9, whether I'm at your house or at my mom's.
Okay. Okay. Angel, tell me the scripture that you read.
Okay, one second. That's Habakkuk, chapter 2.
Or just text it to me.
Okay, Habakkuk 2:2.
Okay.
And keep running.
Got
Okay.
it. All right. Thank you.
All right.
What are we reading for next week?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that. We are going to read, I wrote it down, chapter 2 and 4. We're going to talk about chapter 2 and then talk about chapter 4.
Okay. Get over your darn self. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, mine says happy.
Mine says silly.
I love it. I love it.
Damn.
Bye, ladies.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.